terms. We're especially interested in properties that offer generous seller financing and, of course, joint venture opportunities, as I like to call it, JV. Submitting property offerings. All properties must be submitted, and this only goes into my system through my commercial cash flow tools. And completed forms will receive priority attention. Incomplete forms may retain a buyer broker to gather necessary information if need be, but all that means is that we're just bringing in another broker to get it done. So I'm kind of touching on money a little bit. That was some acquisition criteria for you to digest. And I want to go over the money because a lot of you get hung up on money. It's still an issue for you. And I want to make it clear that even though liquidity dries up in certain economic conditions, this is the type of money. One is conventional. That's good old bank financing. And a lot of people are attracted to that, and they think in their mindset that that's the best money possible. The reason why is because it's low interest and it's long-term money. That's sitting across from a local bank. Write that down. Local banks love to loan money. The next one is private, which is OPM. That's called the heavy lifting. I'm sure there's folks here that want to even get involved into projects that I share and take an equity position to park capital. And, of course, they must be accredited investors, and we'll talk about that. But seller financing is the next, and seller financing is absolutely the cheapest to get. It's very, very difficult to beat out no payment, no interest terms. I'll tell you right now. And how do you get seller financing? You just ask. If you don't ask, you don't get. And that's what's the beauty about dealing with motivated, distressed sellers, is that they will go ahead and offer seller financing. Just so we're clear, typically I will not do a deal unless I get seller financing. Joint venture, it is seller financing. Typically, it's 85% seller financing is a norm on deals. 85% seller financing. Hard money. This is one that's hard to swallow. You know why they call it hard money? Because it's hard to pay back. They actually call it hard money because it's got high points and high interest, and most people are scared to death about hard money. I love hard money. I call it a Band-Aid loan. I get in, I get out, get rich with it. We don't do long-term debt service with hard money. That's not the way it works. Hard money is great because it's easy to get, and it's in the merit of the project. Hard money lenders will loan if the project is strong. If the project's not strong, if it doesn't have cash flow, if it's not strong, hard money lenders won't want to get into the project. All hard monies have different criteria. So you just ask them what their criteria is. Ask them what they want to lend on. All right? Most of you think hard money and you think Guido rates, right? Guido rates. You know what Guido rates are? It's this guy. Forget about it. Guido rates are really high. That's like 15%, 12%, 17%. But if you think about it on the equation, we buy 30 to 50 cents on the dollar. Does it matter? Absolutely not. This is a screenshot of a website, scotsmanguide.com. Write it down. SCOTSMANGUIDE. I'll say it again. SCOTSMANGUIDE.com. And Scotsman Guide is where all these commercial lenders will be located, other than commercialcentral.com, where they do have some lenders on there too. But this is something I want to point out, and you can go to this one, which is number 9, which is non-recourse. And this is just a grid, and it'll say number 9, non-recourse. And this is the name of the actual lender. This is another name of the lender. This is another name of the lender. And then here's their criteria. And you can go to here. Okay, let's say you want non-recourse. Then you'll go here to their grid, and to number 9, you'll say, okay, here's non-recourse. Yes, they do it. Yes, they do it. Yes, they do it. Yes, they do it. Everyone here on this screen does non-recourse. And you can filter through. You can filter through these. And find out exactly, build the relationships with the lenders, or better yet, have your bird dogs build relationships with your lenders. And lenders are great because once you create a relationship with them and you perform, then they will be there for you. And they will always be there for you. Hard money is the quickest money to get. They'll pull the trigger. It's not as quick as seller financing because once they agree to it, it's done. But Scotsman Guide is a great resource. Well, how about just dealing with no banks? Because that's what I like to deal with, dealing with no banks at all. And then maybe just parking some money from a private lender. This is called master lease option. And it's a concept that's been around for a very long time. There is no patent pending on master lease option. There's a lot of people talking about master lease option. Again, it's been around forever. It's not a new concept at all. And it's very, very easy to digest. And the master lease option concept is when the seller agrees to lease you the entire property, you as their one tenant, hence the name master lease. It works best with 40% occupied, meaning 60% vacant. That's my criteria. It's my criteria. Apartments, mobile homes, and self-storage are fine for master lease. Of course, those are my 3 hot property types. The concept is that you go ahead and move in there, and the thing's obviously distressed. So then what happens is you're going to pocket all the new income by bringing in your management. Very easy, just like we're doing on our self-storage facility. They're going to go ahead and raise the rents and fill the vacancies. And once they do that, all that new income goes to you, not to the seller. Now here's the pros and cons of master lease option, because so many people are like, that's the answer to everything. That's the answer to my dreams. Okay? Well, newsflash, I'm here to go give you the good, the bad, and the ugly. You ready? Here's the pros. You get in with a deposit versus buying it. Yeah, you just put down one deposit, you control the property. You can walk away any time because you're just a tenant. Yeah, it sounds sexy, but what happens when you walk away from your deposit? It ain't so sexy, is it? It's easy to get in and make a boatload of money. The cons, the negative, is you only deal with pretty properties, meaning you're limited. You can't get in there and redo anything, put any capital into it. Because, again, if your plan is to, your exit strategy is just to walk away, well, then what happens to your deposit and all your rehab expense? Poof. If you walk away, you lose the deposit. So, again, you can only work with pretty properties. I'm not here to fluff. I'm here to tell you exactly the way it is when it comes to master lease. Most sellers won't consider a master lease option. Why? Because they say to themselves, why would I want to do that when I could go ahead and sell the property? So you got to understand that it takes a unique type of property to get in there and make it happen.